Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 552nd Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. Just to say, a lot of you will know that I put battles on from weeks ago, months ago, and a few days ago. Well, this battle actually finished at about 1 AM this morning. So the ink isn't kind of dry on the page, if you see what I mean. Very unusual for me to put a battle on that only finished at 1 AM this morning, but it's a great battle, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, our first teammate is RTW player Admiral Douchebag. Admiral Douchebag has got the standard 31k bog standard army of 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. And the reason that's a bog standard army build is because it's so effective and so efficient. Okay, our next teammate is brother member JGP. Now JGP has got 12 infantry, 2 archers and 6 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. And I believe he's got mixed upgrades. Yeah, some of his cavalry's got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. And other units, cavalry units have just got 7 upgrades, and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So I say mixed upgrades on his cavalry. Be interesting to see how well that army does during the course of the battle. Okay, our next teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, who's got his very old Greek cities army of 15 Spartans and 3 of the cheap short-range archers. Okay, now these cheap short-range archers, you'll notice I don't put a lot of upgrades on. I've just got like 2 upgrades, I think, on there. So they're very cheap, but they can be very useful, as we've seen in other battle videos. So it'll be interesting to see how well they do during the course of the battle. Our last teammate is Brotherhood member Demon. Now Demon has got 14 infantry, 1 archer and 5 cavalry. Okay, quick look at the upgrades on his army, on his infantry here. You see he's got some units with 7 upgrades on, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. In fact, a lot of his units have got those type of upgrades. Other units have just got 2 upgrades, which I'm thinking probably silver defense, and others have just got gold shield, gold attack on. So he's certainly got very mixed upgrades on his infantry. Be interesting to see what he's got on his cavalry. And he's got 7 upgrades on his cavalry and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So there's our team. This should be a great battle for you to watch, and it's a very close one too. And here is the other team. We have brother member Crypto, the host of this battle. As you can see, he's bought Germania, and he has got 7 archers, 6 cavalry. Okay, 7 archers, 6 cavalry, and a quick look at his infantry here. You see he's got the Night Raiders. Now remember, these Night Raiders bring a big fear factor, taking morale away from enemy troops and destabilizing them more, making them more susceptible to routing. And then of course he's got the infamous Berserkers with their effective against armor maces and their 2 hit points. Remember, these guys are based on real historic characters who literally used to go berserk in battle, either through a cocktail of drugs, being drunk, or mental health issues. These guys used to kill anything that moved once they went into berserk mode, and both friend and foe alike used to avoid them during battle, because as I say, they could kill both friend and foe alike. And there are tales of these berserkers running naked around the battlefield, covered in blood and gore after a battle, howling like banshees. So I think these guys would have been very formidable back in the day, and you would really want to avoid them in battle. So that's all the infantry that Crypto's got. Quick look at the upgrades on his Gothic cavalry. Remember, this Gothic cavalry, very underestimated cavalry. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He got 7 upgrades on his cavalry, and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. As I say, very underestimated cavalry. If you have a look at the specifications on this cavalry, you'll find them to be really good. So that's an interesting Germanic army build there. Their next teammate is Brotherhood member Spearman. Now Spearman has got 3 archers, 6 cavalry and 11 infantry. Okay, quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. Usually brings serious cavalry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think he's got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. Quick look at his infantry. I'm thinking they're probably only going to be gold shield, gold attack, as he spent his money on his cavalry here. Yeah, as you can see, his infantry just gold shield, gold attack. Okay, but as I say, when Spearman and Crypto fight side by side, very often these two can be very aggressive. They seem to like bounce off each other. You know, they kind of spark off each other there when they fight side by side. And I should imagine the battle may well start off on our right flank there. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Barclayman. Now Barclayman has got 15 Sacred Band Spearmen and 5 Sacred Band Cavalry. Okay, quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, and he's just got 6 upgrades, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry, so he spent most of his money on upgrades on his spearmen there. Okay, their last teammate is RTW player AM Nestus, who's bought the Julio faction. Now he's got 12 infantry and 6 cavalry and a peasant unit. Okay, if you look at the upgrades on his infantry, you'll see a lot of his infantry have got 7 upgrades, and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on most of his infantry there, and some of his infantry have just got gold shield, gold attack on. Okay, so he's got mixed upgrades on his infantry. Quick look at his cavalry, and he's got mixed upgrades on them as well. Gold shield, gold attack on one there, and then 7 upgrades and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on the other. So there's the enemy team. It's got the potential to be a really great battle, and a close one too. Okay, so as we said in the setup stage here, you can see both Spearman and Crypto running forward here to intercept our SBQ ally Demon. Now what they would like to do is bring all those archers over here and fire into the flank of Demon as he's moving over to the center. Okay, that's what they'd like to do. And as you can see, Demon's running as fast as he can over to the center here, but those archers could well intercept him. And as I say, they could shoot him in the flank as he's moving. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. So let's say you've got all those Germanic archers plus Spearman's archers here, all running over at full pace here to try and shoot into the flank of Demon, as I say, as he's moving over to the center here. Okay, so that'd be a lot of archer fire going into his flank as he's moving, and he would suffer a lot of casualties. Okay, so what I'm going to do with my cheap short-range archers is I'm going to form a screen here. An archer screen to try and take the archer fire onto my cheap short-range archers instead of them being shot, those expensive arrows being shot into the flank of my moving ally here. As I say, you can see the Germanic archers there moving forward. Spearman's already got his archers there shooting into the flank of Demon. So as I say, I'm going to bring my cheap short-range archers out here. And what I'd like to do is try and attract the expensive arrows fired by the expensive archers of the enemy team there onto my cheap archers, so that I'll take the arrows instead of my ally moving across to the center. Okay, remember, in team battles, it's just that, team battles. You look after each other, you watch out for each other, and if you do that and fight as a team, you've got a very good chance of winning the battle there. So as I say, I've put my archers out there, kind of a little bit of a sacrifice if you like, but I'd much prefer my cheap archers to take those arrows from the enemy than my ally who is moving across to the center. As you see, my cheap short range archers are only probably about 190 denarii each, and those expensive enemy arrows fired by those expensive enemy archers there are decimating my cheap archers. But as I say, they've done the job. They formed a good screen there to attract enemy arrow fire there, instead of them shooting into the flank of my ally as he was moving across there. Okay, so as I say, teamwork very, very essential in team battles. That's how you win battles there, by helping each other out. I can see that Julii cavalry moving across, so it's time to move my decimated archers back out the way there, I think. But yeah, I think those cheap archers did well. There you can see the dead cheap archers there. But as I say, they did the job that I wanted them to do, and I think they did quite well there. If we move over to the left flank here, you'll see that RTW player Admiral Douchebag here is moving his Brutii troops across here towards the enemy Julii army there. Is going to try and take out that peasant unit. Remember, AM Nestos uses that peasant unit as a piler shield unit there to help soak up enemy pilers. So from Admiral's point of view, would be a good idea to take out that peasant unit there, so that his pilers can hit the more expensive urban cohorts instead of those peasants. You can see a few pilers being thrown into the rear of his attacking cavalry there. So it'll be interesting to see which flank is going to kick off here. I think it's probably going to be the right flank, but we just have to wait and see in this exciting battle. Okay, at this very early stage of the battle here, you can see that some of Demon's infantry units are a little bit exposed to a cavalry hit there, and bang! As Spearman's cavalry charged into those exposed units there. That was a nice aggressive hit there by Spearman, using his cavalry really well, and as I say, very aggressively there, charging into those forward units of Demons. And none of Demon's units routed there. I think that was what was left of my archers that are just routed there, but my guess is that he probably did suffer a lot of casualties from that cavalry hit. So as I say, nice aggressive hit there by Spearman. And you can see a lot of missiles going into Demon's infantry there. I think Crypto's archers there those 7 chosen archers are in close formation to do more impact and more damage. And those arrows are certainly flying into Demon's infantry. Over here on our left flank here, you can see RTW player Nestos facing Admiral Douchebag. And also you can see JGP here has moved his cavalry round to this left flank here to support Admiral there. So Nestos here has got, as I say, JGP's cavalry in behind him here, plus he's facing Admiral's Brutii infantry right in front of him here. And as you can see, Nestos being very aggressive there and attacking. You've got Barclayman's Sacred Band cavalry out there as well. So maybe the battle may well kick off here on this left flank. As I say, look at how aggressive Nestos is being here, attacking Admiral's Brutii troops there. You can see that Nestos here is chasing away JGP's cavalry with the assistance of Barclayman's Sacred Band cavalry there as well. So chasing away JGP's cavalry, they're taking the threat away from the rear of their army. You can see here Admiral now is pulling his Brutii army back away from Nestos' Julii infantry. You can see the Germanic infantry moving over here as well. I think Admiral's going to have to watch that right flank of his. It looks like he get hit hard there. You can see Admiral bringing his Brutii cavalry around this flank. Looks like he's going to smash in maybe to the Julii cavalry and then decides to pull back. Okay, you can see Nestos pulling his Julii infantry back as well. But if we move over there, can you see that Admiral's right flank is being heavily attacked? Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. Okay, so Admiral's right flank there of his battle formation is being heavily attacked there by Julii cavalry, and you can see that Crypto has activated his berserkers as well as charging his cavalry in there as well. Now there's a good chance there with that massive cavalry and berserker attack there that the Brutii army could mass rout. That is one massive aggressive attack there by Spearman and Crypto there. You can see JGP moving his infantry over there to support Admiral. Moving, you can see the danger there as well. But as I say, Admiral's units there, can you see, intimidated by nearby enemy. This is the effect the berserkers bring to the battlefield. They take morale away from enemy troops, making more susceptible to routing there. So as I say, berserkers, very powerful units there. I'm running my Greek cities over there because, as I say, spears kill barbarian troops very quickly, including berserkers. Here you can see Demon doing a very wide right flanking action here to smash into the flank of the enemy there. But also remember, these Germanic archers here in close tight formation will be shooting into the flank of his moving troops. But my guess is he can use his cavalry here to take these Germanic archers out, and that would be a good move for us because those Germanic archers could do us a heck of a lot of damage. But over here, as I say, you can see that our Brutii ally Admiral is being hit quite hard there. As I say, you can see Nestos here moving his Julii infantry away from the fray here. Maybe that infantry would do better smashing in to the Brutii army there rather than pulling back. Here I can see Admiral counter-attacking with his cavalry and bang! And it smashes in there, counter-attacking that berserker and Germanic attack there. Really nice counter-attack there by that cavalry. Okay, but you can see that he's also being counter-attacked there, bang, by this Julii cavalry. Here you can see Nestos is starting to move in towards the Brutii infantry there, but he needs to really put pressure on there, I think. I think holding back like that could have well have caused a mass rout to Brutii if he'd have charged in. I don't know what you guys think. As I say, I brought my Greek cities over here now, and I want to set up my formation ready to receive the berserker attack. Okay, if I can set my formation up, get the spears down, then I could kill those berserkers quite quickly with my Spartans, which is what I want to do. Okay, so that's why I brought my Greek cities all the way over from the other flank here to support Admiral. But you can see all the Carthage Sacred Band, spearmen moving forward, plus a lot of Julii infantry moving forward as well. You can see Nestos' cavalry and infantry there. He may well attack the Brutii, our Brutii ally there. As I say, you got JGP's SBQR troops there. He may well attack the flank of those Carthage Sacred Band. As we said here, Demon's cavalry there are chasing down the Germanic archers there, taking them out, and that'll do our team a good lot of good there. because those archers are shot into our rear. Here you can see Demon taking his infantry. Now he looks like he's going to get in behind possibly the engaged enemy troops, which would be a great move. And as I say, JGP might hit the flank of those engaged enemy troops there as well. Okay, I think Admiral's held well there, but I think that the Julii player facing him there, if he'd have really hit him hard when his allies hit him, I think the Brutii army could well have mass routed. I don't know what you guys think there, could well have done possibly. But as I say there, I've got my Greek cities there ready to receive those berserker attacks. And as you can see, some of the berserkers have already started to attack my Spartan units there. Okay, I think I was a bit late in getting my spears down there, so the berserkers have managed to get in close and could do me a lot of damage. But I think as there's not many of them left there, we should be alright. Right, you can see, as I say, the Carthage Sacred Band moving in there, and the enemy Julii troops moving in as well. And you've got some of those Germanic troops moving in. You can see that our Brutii ally, Douche there, Admiral Douchebag there, is moving his units back a little bit behind my Greek cities. But as I say there, you can see that the Carthage Sacred Band and the enemy Julii troops are in front of my Spartans there. Demon's got his infantry in behind the Carthage there, but the problem is his infantry looks a little bit isolated there. Look at all the enemy cavalry ready to hit there. So his infantry could be a little bit exposed there to cavalry attack if the enemy moves fast. But as you can see, JGP, as we thought here, is attacking the flank of the enemy Julii and Carthage Sacred Band units there. Nice move there by JGP, very aggressive, very attacking. Now I think it's time for me to start attacking with my Greek cities, and if you notice here, I'm moving forward units of my Spartans into the enemy in front of me here. Okay, so both JGP and myself here pressing in on the enemy. Okay, as I say, moving forward units of my Spartans forward here to press in on those enemy troops. And you can see a lot of our SBQ, our allies cavalry, moving over here, probably with a view to smash into that enemy Julii infantry there. But at the rear here, as we said, Demon's infantry was a little bit isolated, and bang, as it gets smashed there by all that enemy cavalry, Germanic cavalry going in there, and bang, smashes in there. Demon's lost a lot of his infantry there, but he's now attacking the enemy Julii troops there, and bang, his SBQ cavalry smashes in there. But you can see that the enemy cavalry are counter-attacking his cavalry there and charging in there, and bang, as that Julii cavalry smashes in there. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second here. Okay, so you can see a lot of our SBQ, our ally Demon's troops there, have now been mass routed there by a combination of cavalry and infantry attacks. Okay, so as I say, you can see, remember, our allies are the SBQR, Roman SBQR, and they have been routed there on our right flank. Now that's going to free up a heck of a lot of enemy troops there, and maybe to attack JGP here. Okay. As I say, with my Greek cities, I'm pushing forward here. As you know, when I bring Greek cities, I like to be aggressive because I've put my team at a cavalry disadvantage, and the only way to make up for that is to be aggressive and attack. Here you can see JGP's cavalry charging into the enemy Julii troops, and you can see Admiral there pushing his Brutii troops into the enemy Julii troops there. Okay, so this left flank could maybe be the make or break of the battle. Here you can see JGP's cavalry charging in, bang! You can see Admiral's Brutii cavalry charging there, and bang, as they smash in there. I think AM Nestos is holding extremely well here with his infantry and cavalry there. Those were two massive cavalry hits there he just absorbed. You can see a Barclay man there bringing his Sacred Band cavalry, and there he goes, and bang, as he smashes in there. So nice bit of support there by Barclay man with his Sacred Band cavalry. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. So you can see JGP now is pulling his cavalry back, probably to lock and load it and charge back in. But as I say, maybe this left flank could be the make or break of the battle. Whoever wins there could go on to win the battle. Oh my gosh, JGP's general's just been routed here, and you can see a heck of a lot of JGP's army has now been routed, as well as Demon's. Look how that's freed up all those enemy troops there that could now move in onto my Greek cities. Okay, as I say, I'm pushing forward as usual. My Spartans here being very aggressive, attacking the enemy in front of me. But as you can see, a lot of our SBQ, our allies, have now been routed here. And as I say, maybe the left flank could be the make or break of the battle here. Okay, because if they beat our allies here on the left flank, they'll then be able to come into the rear of my Greek cities, and I'll be attacked from both sides. There's another Julii cavalry attack going in there, and bang, as that smashes in. I think Admiral's held well here on this left flank against massive attacks here by the enemy. You can see JGP charging his cavalry in there as well. There you go, JGP's cavalry charging into Julii infantry. You can see Admiral Douchebag's cavalry charging around. Bang! Looks like he's going for the Julii general there. Looks like he got him as well. Nice sniping hit there. Nice surgical hit there by Brutii cavalry there. Went for the general, hit him well. Right, nice. Just like to show you a nice little move here by Spearman. He's moved his cavalry all the way in behind our engaged troops, look, to smash into the rear of our Brutii ally. Plus, you've got Germanic cavalry moved around there as well. Nice move there by Spearman and Crypto. Plus, you've got Barclayman's Sacred Band cavalry coming in here. As I say, this left flank could make or break the battle. I'm still moving my Spartans forward here into that Carthage Sacred Band and into that enemy Julii infantry as well. Okay, so there's a lot going on here at once here. As I say, the left flank here, where our Brutii ally, supported by our SBQ, our allies' cavalry, is just about holding on. But seeing all that enemy cavalry in behind him there, I don't know how long he's going to be able to hold on there. There's a Julii cavalry smashing in there, and bang! You can see the Sacred Band cavalry coming in there. Bang! And that smashes in there as well. You can see the Germanic cavalry charging in there as well, and bang! As that smashes in there. Our Brutii ally has held extremely well here on the left flank, but as you can see now, it looks like for all intents and purposes our left flank has now been broken. Okay, the enemy are just mopping up the last those SBQ or those Brutii units there. You can see our allies SBQ or cavalry JGP charging his cavalry in there as well. But against those odds, my guess is that his SBQ or cavalry will be routed there as well. See SBQ or general taken out, which is bad news for us. Okay, so for all intents and purposes here, after a fierce battle, our left flank and left centre has now been broken. Okay, JGP's got a couple of cavalry units left, but for all intents and purposes we have been broken here. And you can see Demon's general has been killed as well, and there's all this Sacred Band cavalry as well here ready to attack. So with our left flank broken, that's freed up all those enemy troops to come into the rear of my engaged troops here. You can see there that the enemy Julii troops are fighting rallied units from Demon, who's rallied those units and brought them back into the fray. But as I say, all those enemy troops up on our left flank and left centre are now been freed up, if you like, to come into the rear of my Spartans there. Okay, you can see all those Julii troops starting to move down towards my Spartans. I think Admiral Douchebag still got a couple of battle damaged cavalry units left, but I think all his infantry's gone. Right here you can see that enemy cavalry look like going to smash into the rear of my Spartans there. But I will turn units to face that threat. But if you notice there, you see Spearman decided to pull his cavalry back. Maybe it's not the time to charge his cavalry into my infantry yet. And you can see Barclayman using his Sacred Band cavalry extremely well here. You can see the Germanic cavalry coming into the rear of our SBQ ally, and bang! It smashes in there. As I say, they're mopping it. I think they're trying to take out all my allies' infantry first before they concentrate onto me. If you notice here, I've upped spears. I want to charge into the rear of those enemy Julii troops who are attacking my SBQ or allies. As I say, so I up spears there to run fast into the rear of those units there, but you can see a lot of enemy Julii infantry moving in on me here from behind. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. So what I need to do now is face the main threat now, which I think is that Julii infantry coming in behind me. As I say, I tried to help out my SBQ or ally there, and between us we've managed to rout some of the enemy units there, but a lot of my SBQ or allies have been routed there. You can see JGP has rallied some of his infantry and brought them back into the fray, both infantry and cavalry. Now they may prove pivotal, especially towards the end of the battle here, but just look at all those enemy troops ranged in on my Spartans there. Okay, remember my Spartans have been fighting for a long time, so they're going to be tired, they're going to be battle depleted, and their morale is going to be low. And as I say, you can see all that Julii infantry moving in on me. So what I need to do now is turn the bulk of my Spartans here to face this threat coming in on me here. If you notice, that's exactly what I'm doing. I am now aggressively attacking those Julii troops with my Spartans there, as I believe those are the biggest threat. Yeah, there are enemy cavalry around me, plus there are battle damaged units here, but that's the main threat, I think, all those Julii units moving in on me here. As I say, you can see the enemy cavalry locked and loaded. They may well be thinking that a massive cavalry hit on me with all that cavalry charge bonus could well swing the balance here. Okay, so here comes that Carthage Sacred Band cavalry. Get ready for this, and bang! And then the Julii cavalry coming in there as well, and bang! Look at the impact. Look at the penetration into my Spartans here. Plus they're throwing Julii infantry in as well. Are my Spartans going to hold here? That's a massive impact that my Spartans have just taken there. Both infantry and cavalry are just smashing there. But I think I saw that cavalry coming into me, and I just managed to turn units in time to receive the cavalry attack there. So I think those cavalry charged actually into spearmen facing them there. But as I say, that was that could have been a mass rout for my troops there. With all that cavalry smashing into me, plus they threw infantry in as well. I can see a lot of my allies' SBQR troops have been rallied here, and they've come back into the fray. But as I say here, we've managed to rout the enemy Julii general there, which is pleased about that. Here I can see that Sacred Band cavalry charging, bang, charge into my SBQR allies there. So as I said, you can see that I think that was a make or break cavalry charge there by the enemy team there. I think they thought it might just be the shock of the cavalry hit there might have caused mass rout. So you can see there, it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle. Let's say JGP's brought some rallied units back into the fray there. I'm not sure, I think all of Demon's units have been routed from what I can see. And if you have a quick look at the battlefield here, right over here on the left flank and left centre here, this is where our Brutio ally held so well here with support from JGP's cavalry. And as I say, if we come down here, you can see how intense the fighting was just by the piles of dead here as we move down the battlefield. Just goes to show there that was a real good scrap there on that left flank and left centre, and I think our ally held extremely well there. And as I say, here you can see the most concentrated dead here. You can see both cavalry and infantry. I can see a lot of my red cloaked Spartans laying dead on the battlefield there. But you can see this was probably the most intense part of the battlefield here. Lots of cavalry and infantry piled on top of each other there, just dead. So as I say, looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. Let's say it was, I would think this would be a very close battle there. I think there's just one of the enemy units left. I think that's Amnestus, is a cavalry unit there. And as I say, I think our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. I just saw one of our SBQ allies units celebrating the victory there. As I say now, just take out this last Julii cavalry unit there. He's going to charge in. He's going to do a last suicide cavalry charge. Get ready for this, and bang, as he charges in there. And our allies' cavalry has managed to rout him there. So as I say, that our team has just about managed to go on to win the battle there. First thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. Really well played, guys. Great battle that was. Nice close one. As I say, close victory there, as we thought it might be. Highest kills in the game goes to Admiral Douchebag there, 1,493 kills. I thought he held extremely well there on that left flank for a long time there until he was finally broken. Well done to Brotherhood member Crypto, got some good kills with Germania, so well done to him. Well done to Brotherhood member Spearman, got some good kills there with Julii. Well done to Barclay Man, got some good kills there with Carthage. And well done to Amnestos, got some good kills there as well. So really well played, guys, got some good kills there as well. I thought it was interesting there. I think that you guys got the 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th highest kills. I think my army there managed to scrape in the second highest kills, and Admiral got the 1st highest kills. But as I say, you 4 got the 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th highest kills there. So really well done to you guys. This goes to show how close the battle was. I say the old Spartan army of mine didn't do too badly, scraping in 2nd most kills there. I say well done to Admiral there, highest kills in the game. Well done to JGP, great support all over the battlefield, really well done to him, and well done to Demon, great support as well all over the battlefield, so really well played to everybody in the game. As I say, this battle finished at about 1 AM this morning, and I hope you enjoyed it. Spartan Commander saying bye for now.